Yeah. So we're just going to start standing. Put your roller with your feet at the end. That on kind of a maybe a stance that's just shoulder width apart, right? And just lifting tall through the spine, letting your shoulders relax, lifting the heart, letting the tailbone drop. We'll just start by floating our heels up as we inhale and back down as we exhale. So we can just do a little breathing and grounding here. Good. Inhale, float up. If you want to bring your arms into it, you're always welcome to do that. Exhale, float back down. Just taking nice full breaths. Lifting up onto the balls of the feet and lowering back down. One more time. Maybe you can get a little higher. Good. And exhale down. And then with our heels on the ground, we'll inhale, rolling down on our exhale. So just let your head and arms be heavy as you roll down. You might want to put your hands on top of the roller here, just because it's here. And let your head relax, bend and straighten the knees a little bit. Hopefully letting the head dangle. And then with our knees as bent as they need to be, we'll go ahead and stack our spine back up. So arms heavy, shoulders relaxed, and we stack back up. And then when we come to the top, we inhale and exhale back down. Just letting yourself roll down one more time, and you might have your hands on the roller. You might bend and straighten the knees. And we'll walk our hands on either side of the roller away from our feet into pike or down dog. Just letting the knees be a little bit bent, lifting the tailbone. And then as we walk our heels down, we can kind of let our body move around a little bit here as we breathe. You might rock forward and back, or just side to side, and whatever feels good to you as we start to wake up. Letting your body weight shift around if you like, and stretching the heels down. And then we'll walk our hands back to our feet, letting the knees bend if they need to. They'll probably need to bend a little bit, and you're just going to hang here. And then we'll stack our spine back up, one bone at a time. Great. And then when we come to the top, we're just going to turn around. We're back facing the roller. And then roll down again. Inhale, exhale, roll down. And then we're going to bring ourselves to the roller. So if you're able to come into a squat, you can do so. I'm not anymore. So just find the way that works for you to come to sitting at the end of your roller. Make sure you're at the very end. And then we're going to walk ourselves back onto our back here with our head on all the way. Make sure your head's on there. Yeah. And then arms out from our shoulders, widen your feet or your legs apart, and just rock. Do a little rocking side to side, letting your roller massage you here. Just a little bit of a rock. Try not to run over your hair. That can happen. All right, it's good to put your hair out of the way if possible. Okay, and then coming back to center, walking our feet closer in so they're in line with our sits bones. We're going to lift our arms up to the ceiling and let them float back down. Oops, I got to move my roller. pull closer away from the table here. Okay, and then lift up again. And let the arms come back down. And lift up. And keep your arms here, relaxing your shoulders, letting them just kind of sink into the roller. So what we're going to do is we're going to reach our left arm to the ceiling. And as we reach, we're going to rotate it open, opening the shoulder so the thumb will point away from you. Your pinky will point into the center, right? So palms face the back. And then as you bring that shoulder back down, let the arm rotate back to where it was. So we're externally rotating our arm as we reach. So you're going to reach the right arm and rotate as you reach, thumb pointing out, palm points to the back, and then letting it come back down or back to where it was as your shoulder comes back to the roller. And again, reaching the left arm as you rotate, reach, and then let it rotate back as you let it relax. Okay, keep going a couple more times and really try to get your thumb pointing straight out to the side, your palm pointing to the back wall as you rotate, open that shoulder, and then let it come back and rotate as you open and reach and let it come back. Making sure our arms are in line with our shoulders. They're not any closer together than are in line with the shoulders, okay? And then when you finish the one you're on, go ahead and just let your shoulders relax. Point your hands, your palms to your feet. We're going to sweep our arms. So one arm's going to go back, one arm down by our side, and switch. So going slowly and carefully here so that you're only going within the natural range, right? You're not forcing it, okay? Just inhale and exhale. Shoulders relaxed. And then let's do a little windmill. So whatever arm goes back, the other arm goes down, circle them away from each other and switch and back to the top. And then the other arm goes down, other arm back. So alternating, sweep them around and slow windmill. So take that slow circles, opposite directions, right? And one more time, sweeping around until we come back to the top. And then when your arms are up to the ceiling, bring your arms back over your head, keeping your shoulder blades down and your rib cage down, and then sweep them out to your side into a goal post. So now our palms face the ceiling, elbows are out from our shoulders, and we just let our arms hang here, feeling the weightedness. And then we're going to extend those arms straight back over our head, reaching up and then drawing the elbows down kind of toward the waist a little bit, and then stretching the arms overhead. So we stay on the same plane as we move our arms over our head. So we're reaching like a bench press and then pulling the elbows down in your goal post. Okay, see if you can stay in your goal post. Yeah, let your shoulders relax and then feel like a massage is happening in your inner edge of your scapula. Okay, and then next time we pull our elbows down, go ahead and bring your elbows to the floor with the fingers pointing to the ceiling, right? And then one hand is going to go down toward the ground. Your other hand is going to go back. So the back of your hand goes toward the ground, and you're going to switch. So you're just going to kind of rotate your shoulder in and out, inward and outward as you move your hands. They don't have to move very much. As a matter of fact, if you get a little crick like I'm getting, they're not moving very much. Okay, and then we're going to take our hands down to the ground, reach for our feet, rotate so the palms face up, back of our hands are on the ground, sweep them over your head, snow angels. And then maybe they stay on the ground, maybe your fingers touch, maybe they don't, and sweep them back down slowly. So we're doing a couple of nice slow snow angels. Right? Fingernails are sliding across the ground as we take our arms over our head and sliding as we take them down. Good, nice and slow so you don't hurt your shoulders. And breathe. And the next time our arms come by our side, we're going to keep them there. So go ahead and bring your arms or your palms face down when you get there on the ground. Good. Inhale here. And then as we exhale, we're going to pull our low back into the roller. So you want to imprint your spine, lift your right leg up into tabletop. Good. And just feel that difference. Good. Inhale, keeping your back gently pressing into the roller, and then float your left leg up into tabletop. Just feeling the stability challenge of this. If you're not used to doing it, we don't do it very much class, so I'm feeling this stability challenge. Okay, and then we're going to do a little toe touch or heel touch. I like to flex my feet and just reaching one heel down toward the ground, doesn't have to touch, and then exhaling it back up. And then taking your other heel, bending at the top of the leg, down toward the ground, not the knee, exhale back up. Try to keep pulling your low back into the roller as you move your leg away, right, and back. So inhale away, exhale back. And then when we're back up to the top, we're just going to change it by extending through the heel. Just unbend the knee, right? And exhale, or you might inhale as you bring it back, and then exhale as you unbend that other knee, reaching through your heel. Inhale it back. Good. Unbend the knee. Again, keep trying to imprint your low back into the roller, just to try to engage our abs and stabilize ourselves, right? This time we're going to inhale out, extend that leg, and then lower it down a couple inches, and then lift it back up and bend if you want, optional. Okay, inhale, reaching through the other leg, lowering it down a couple inches, lifting it back and bending the knee. Couple more times, extend, a little bit of a lower and a lift and bend, and extend, a little bit of a lower and lift and bend. Good. And then when your legs are back in tabletop, cross your ankles, let your knees kind of relax toward your chest. So you could just let your legs relax for a moment, right? So you can balance, right? And then extend legs to ceiling. So legs are to the ceiling. They might be bent. That's okay. Just feeling that stability challenge. And then open the legs apart. So we straddle and bring them back together, back to the top. And again, we open them apart and bring them back up. One more time. Open apart and exhale back up. Now we're going to bend our left leg and put that foot on the ground, but keep your right leg to the ceiling, right? And then take your left arm to the ceiling. So opposite arm and leg. And we're going to press our back into the roller as we lower our leg and reach our arm back a ways. Don't go too far. And then exhale everything back to the top. So we're moving the arm and leg away from each other on our inhale, reaching down, reaching back, but don't go too far. Keep pressing your back into the roller. Exhale up. Okay, inhale away, we open, exhale as we close. Good. And then bend that right leg, put that foot on the ground, that arm down, bring your left leg up to the ceiling and your right arm up to the ceiling. Good. Relaxing that shoulder on the roller. And then the same thing. So you're open as you inhale and exhale back. Open arm and leg away from each other. Exhale back. One more time. Open away. And exhale back. And then when you come back to the top, bend that knee, foot on the ground, that arm comes down. Good. Widen your arms out to the side, widen your legs, rock your body side to side. And we'll eventually roll off the roller. So coming off of the hard roller. Okay, and then if you have a towel on it or something covered, you're covering it, you can take it off. So put your roller at the top, above your head, and just rest your hands on it with your legs bent here, and just let your knees sway over to one side and relax. And lift them up and let them sway to the other side. Low back, some movement here. And then again, sway over a couple more times to the side and back. Should feel good after being on the roller. Side to side. And then when we bring our knees back to the top this time, we'll take the roller and we'll put it between our legs and find how, so it feels balanced for you, and you can hang on to it there between the thighs, knee area, arms by our side. Inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to gently squeeze the roller, peel off the mat, peel off the ground into a bridge. Adjusting your feet as needed, relaxing the shoulders, pressing the hips up, right? And then taking a breath here, and the next exhale, bridging down one bone at a time. And then relax the hips, inhale, exhale, peel off the ground, just gently squeezing the roller, not forcefully. Good. And at the top, we press our hips up as we inhale, melt our spine down on our exhale. Good. And again, nice full breath. Exhale, peel on up into your bridge. And at the top of our bridge, we're going to stay up for a few breaths, gently squeezing the roller. And as we squeeze, we press our hips up a little bit more. If you could just kind of pulse your hip bones toward the ceiling just a little bit as you exhale. Little squeeze. I give our hip flexors a little stretch here as we work our backside. Good. Next exhale, go ahead and melt your spine back down. All right. And then we'll take hold of our roller with our hands, lift our legs up. Might need a little readjustment there. And then arms out from our shoulders. We're going to take our legs over to one side, keeping our shoulders reaching into the ground. Gently squeeze and lift back to the top. Take them over to the other side, anchoring your shoulder. Gently squeeze and lift on the exhale. Good. Inhale over. Exhale, lift. When you come to the top, if you want, you can straighten your legs or not. Inhale to the side, gently squeezing and lifting back to the top. And then we'll add a little bit of a circle. So we'll take our legs to whatever side you're on, and then sweep them down away from you a little ways and over to the other side and back to the top. And then the other direction, Sweep them a little bit away from you, around and back to the top. So a little baby corkscrew, circling away and then back. Using our breath. Last one. So when you come to the top of your next circle, you can let your knees bend. If they're not, take your roller out, put it on top of your knees, legs relaxed. Inhale. As we exhale, we press down on the roller and press our legs into the roller at the same time, right? Relax on your inhale. Exhale, press. Inhale, relax. Exhale, press. So we feel a stretch in our tailbone. Tailbone lifts off the ground a little bit. Getting into the pelvic floor, low abs. One more. Right. And then grab hold of the roller on the ends with your hands. Put your feet down. Stretch your legs out. Reach your arms over your head, taking your roller over your head. And just do a big stretch, full body stretch, reaching through your heels, reaching through your arms, little side to side reach. A little side stretch as we let our shoulders and hips move up and down. And then we'll stop, lift up the roller, pressing your hands into the roller, lifting your head and shoulders. Roll up, really press into the roller to help you. And then taking the roller underneath the knees, bringing it under the knees with your knees apart. That diamond with the legs, so the feet are together and your feet are away from you, legs resting on the roller. Lift the sits bones and stretch forward over your legs. So just letting our knees relax on the roller. Yeah, a little supported stretch here. And then lift up and straighten your legs with the roller under the knees. See if you can reach and grab your feet here and pull yourself so we feel it stretch through our back when we do this. And pull your belly toward your thighs. And then come up and bring the roller underneath the ankle area, low calf ankle area. And then let yourself relax forward over your legs. A little stretch, you might bend and straighten the knees. Whatever you need to do. Give the legs a little stretch here. And then we'll sit up. I always have to adjust myself. The roller takes me all over the place. I don't know if you guys have the same problem. Okay, so we're going to reach forward on our inhale, lifting tall, on our exhale, letting our knees bend. We're going to roll back to our shoulder blades. Inhale. As we exhale, we straighten our legs and roll back up. And you might like to take a stretch in between, right? And then lift up. Inhale, exhale, roll back as the knees bend. Coming back, maybe you take your arms up. Inhale, exhale, roll back up. Stretch. If you want to go all the way back down, you can. You can take it all the way onto your back if you like. Back or not. Inhale, exhale up. Going back as far as you want. And then if you want to add a little challenge, we lift one leg up, right, and roll back with that leg up. Inhale, exhale, back up. Switch. That leg off, one leg off the roller, a little bit more challenging. Just a couple more. Every way you like to do them. Shoulders relaxed. Using our breath. Deep breath. Oops. I lost my ruler. And then if you are doing the one-legged teaser version, you might want to make sure you're even on both sides before you stop. But when you come up to the top, you can take another little stretch over your legs. And then we're going to take hold of our right leg, lift it up towards our belly, flatten the back, give it a stretch. Good. And then we're going to roll back just to our shoulder blades or rib cage area with that leg in the air. Give it a stretch. The roller under your other leg will help you. Good. Give it a stretch. And then you might, to help you roll up, bend your knee to bring your roller towards you if you want help to roll up. Grab wherever you need to on your leg. Bring yourself up by straightening that other leg. See how gracefully you can be if you do that? Okay, lift your left leg up. So we're going to pull our leg towards our belly, flatten our back. Try to get a good stretch there. And then roll back to our shoulder blades. Give that leg a stretch. And then again, if you want to make it a little easier, bend your right leg to pull the roller in to help you roll up. Straighten the leg, helps you roll back up. All right, and then switch back one more time to the right leg. Good. Roll back to your rib cage shoulder blade area. Give it a stretch. And now bring your hands behind your head. Clasp your hands and scissor the legs, right? So pull and switch. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to add a rotation. So you're going to rotate elbow to opposite knee and then back to center, switch, rotate, back to center, switch, rotate. And if this is really hard for you because you have tight hamstrings, you can also bend your knees. You can do this, right? Kind of a thing. Bicycle it. Or just bend the knees and do that. Right? So whatever works for you. Doesn't matter really. Breathe. Kind of like what you prefer to. Right? All right. Next time you twist, bring both legs to the top. Coming center, lie down, bend your knees. Hug your knees into your chest and relax your body. Because that was a lot of work. Okay, and then straighten your legs and find them back on the roller. Let them relax. And we're going to bring our arms to the ceiling. You can leave them on the ground if you want. It's easier, but if you can, bring your arms to the ceiling and we'll do a back body plank. So inhale. As you exhale, float your backside off the ground. Okay. And just breathe. And lower back down. And then lift your right leg up, grab hold of it, maybe give it a little bit of a stretch. And then we'll bring our arms out from our shoulders and we're going to circle that leg across, sweep it down to the ruler, around, and back to the top. Big leg circle, take it across, down, around, and back to the top. Nice full breath. Trying to hold that roller steady with our left leg, right? So kind of pressing our left leg into the roller. And then at the top, reverse your circles out, down, across, and lift. So as we take our leg down, pressing your other leg into the roller, give it a nice hold in place. Okay, and then when you finish your circle and your leg comes to the top, grab hold of your leg, lift your head and shoulders, and if you want, again, pull that roller in to help you, because if you straighten your leg with your foot on the roller, it'll help you up. And then grab hold of your left leg. Good. Give it a stretch and then come onto your back. Give it a little stretch. Good. And then arms out from our shoulders for circles. Taking that leg across, sweep it down, exhaling around, back. And pressing the right leg into the roller to help us stabilize that side. I'm doing about 4 on each direction. So I'm going to reverse at the top, take it out, down, across. Really use your breath. Great. And then whatever number of circles you're doing, 4 or 5, go ahead and when you're done, go ahead and grab hold of that leg. And again, you might want to bend your other knee to pull your roller in to help you roll up, right? Just sitting. So you can be graceful, right? Okay. Put your calves on top of the roller, so roller under the calves, and then just stack one calf on top of, or one leg on top of the other, and just do a little roll here. So, just moving it up and down and moving our leg out. Try to really relax the legs. You can massage the muscles. We'll get a little massage. Always want to relax under the roller, the muscles. Right? And then switch other leg on top and massage this calf. And relaxing that leg. Good. All right, and then we'll bring both calves on the roller side by side, in the middle, hands behind the hips. Wherever you need to point your fingers, you can point them toward your feet. Great. I can't do it that way. So inhale and really pressing into the ground as we swing our hips out and up on the exhale. Okay, try to relax your legs on the roller, inhaling, and then drawing the hips back, pressing into the ground. Lower down, inhale, exhale, swing it out and up. Now, if you can do the more challenging version, inhale, exhale back, you can just swing back out like that. If it's not too much for your wrists, right? Swing the hips back, out and up. Otherwise, take a rest, take it at your own pace. Especially if it's too much for your wrists. All right, and then we'll go ahead and land on this one, wherever you're at. And go ahead and, give your wrists a little attention by opening and closing and moving them around. So we're going to reorient our body with your roller still under your legs. You're going to roll onto your back and draw the roller in as you come down. So the feet are on the roller. Now, if you don't like to bridge with your feet on the roller, put them on the other side of your roller. Okay, so either way. Now, ground or on the roller. Inhale here as you exhale. Peel off of the ground into a bridge. I don't think I can do that today. Okay, I'm just going to do it with my feet on the ground. And then we'll stay up here. If you can stay up here, do a little march by lifting one knee. And it doesn't have to lift very high, putting that foot back down and lifting the other knee, putting the foot back down. Just kind of lifting your foot off of the floor or the roller, right? A couple times. It's quite hard on the roller to do this, so just do what you can. Great. And then when you're even on both sides, we're going to stop, press our hips up, inhale, and then exhale down, one bone at a time, all the way. Oh, all right. And then open your knees with your feet on the roller. So if they're not on the roller, put them on the roller, feet on the roller, knees open. And then just roll the roller away by straightening your legs and pull it back in. Open the knees, roll it away, pull it back in. Yeah, relax the hips here. Move the roller. The next time your roller's out, legs are straight, just reach for your feet, lift your head and shoulders, roll on up. Always do whatever you need to do to help yourself up. You need to wedge your hands under your low back, grab your knee, anything like that. Okay, so we're going to take our roller, we're going to put it on one side with our leg on it. So one side of the body, so the ankle, calf, knee are lined up on the roller and your bottom leg is straight, your hips are stacked, right? So kind of find your alignment here. And you can lie down in a straight line like that. Yeah. Right. And then we're just going to roll that roller away, letting the roller massage our inner thigh and then pulling it back in, right, a few times. So roll it away. And our hip opens and our hip gets a little opening. Our chest points down as we roll it away. Roll it back. Massaging the sensitive inner thigh muscles. And then next time we bring it back, we'll stay there and make sure that you might need to make adjustments so that your alignment is right. And then lengthening the bottom leg, lifting it as high as we can. We're going to hold it there, point the toes, draw a little tiny circle, little very, very small with that leg, barely moving. Breathe. And reverse. And stop and let it float back down. Relax. And then again, lengthen and lift that leg again. Now bring your top leg on top of your bottom leg. Flex the feet. You're going to lengthen your top leg up and back to your bottom leg. Lengthen up. Check and make sure your hips are stacked. You're not rolling back. Inhale and exhale. Lengthen. Good. Great. And then when this leg comes down this time, bend the knee, bring it back to the roller. Both legs relax. And then arms are going to stretch in front of our chest here. You're going to reach your top arm, take it to the ceiling, opening our book. We're going to follow that arm back. however far we can go, that book opening. And close your book. And this time we'll circle. So you reach your arm a little bit, circle it over the head, follow it back. Maybe the elbow needs to bend. That's okay. Continue that circle all the way down and back around to your hand. And again, reach and circle, slow circles, pinwheel. Slow, big circles around all the way. Good. Back. And then circle the other way. Take it down to your hip, following it back, turning to look at your arm over your head. Again, be very careful of your shoulder joint. Bend the elbow, move slowly, whatever you need to do when you circle, right? Be very aware of our shoulder as we circle. And then when you finish the circle, you come back to your hand. Go ahead and take that leg off of the roller and bring yourself up. And we'll just come around to the other side so that this leg can be on the roller. And we're lying in a straight line. Hips are stacked. Our bottom leg straight. And then we'll start by rolling it away, letting our inner leg muscles get a little massage and our hip opens, right? Roll it away. And back. And feels good, more or less. Nice hip opener. And then when you finish the one you're on, you come back, you're gonna make sure your alignment is where it should be. So make adjustments, lengthen your bottom leg, lift it as high as you can, point your toes, draw a little tiny circle, breathe. And reverse. Stop, relax that leg down. And then again, lengthen and lift it as high as it goes. Bring the top leg on top, flexing the feet. Lengthen your top leg up and down. Again, checking to make sure your hips are stacked so you're not rolling back. Toes are pointed forward. Not really lifting so much as lengthening, right? We're more lengthening. We're lifting, but we're focusing on lengthening. And then when that leg lowers this time, back onto the roller and relax your legs. Both arms in front of our chest. We're going to reach our top hand a little bit, take it to the ceiling, open our book to the back. And close our book. And then we're going to do the pinwheel. So you're going to reach, circle over your head, follow that arm back, slow circle, letting the elbow bend if it needs to, taking it all the way around. Good. A couple slow circles in this direction. And then we'll do a couple in the other direction, right? So really letting your arm move slowly as it needs to, carefully, especially going in the other direction. I find a couple times that way. You might even put your hand on your shoulder to shorten that arm, right? Shorten the lever. That's another possibility. Okay, So then when we return to our bottom arm, we're going to take our leg off the roller and come up, bring ourselves up and onto our all fours. The hands are on the roller with the thumbs pointing up, and they're wider than your shoulders a little bit. It's like a moving cat cow, right? It's called pizza cutter. And you're just going to let your roller go up your arms, let your chest drop down, and then roll back as you round your back, pulling the roller in, and then letting the roller go up your forearms, letting your chest drop down, and then curl the tailbone, pull it back in, round up. Just one more time. Roll up the arms a bit and roll. Then when you come up on this one, put your hands down on the roller so that your wrists are centered on top and you feel stable. Make sure you feel stable on the roller. Extend your left leg straight back. You're going to lift it up. And then on our exhale, we're going to draw our knee in toward our chest or toward our forehead if you want to round your back. And then lift it back out. Lift your chest. And then again, draw that knee in. Inhale, reach back and lift. Exhale, round in. This time we're going to keep our leg up behind us. You're going to bend your knee, lift that knee as high as you can, bend it to try to kick yourself in the butt, and then extend it out. Right, so try to keep it as high as you can. Pull the heel toward the rear, and then extend. Pull the heel in, kind of a little kick, and reach. Pull it in, kick, and reach. And then bring that knee down. We'll extend our right leg back. Lift it up, lift your chest as you inhale. Exhale, curl in and round. If you want to round your back, you don't have to, but bring that knee in and then lift and curl that knee in. Inhale, reach back and lift. Exhale, curl in. Letting your spine move a bit. This time we're going to stay back, lift that leg as high as you can. Think of lifting your knee, bend your knee to bring your heel to your butt and extend. So think of kind of lifting the whole time as you bend, pull it in and extend the leg. Pull it in, knee bends, try to keep the knee lifted and extend. Good. And breathe. Pull in, extend. One more time. Pull in, extend, and bring your knee back down to the ground. Stretch back, just letting your roller kind of roll away a little bit. Stretch back to your heels. And then we'll bring our roller under our forearms, our elbows, whatever, so you feel stable here, right? And engage the abs. Stretch one foot back and then the other foot back into plank. If you want, you can do half plank, right? You can do full plank. Good, and breathe. And then a little added challenge, if you want it, is to bring one knee out to the side, pull it into your shoulder, stretch that foot back, and then take your other knee in toward your shoulder, stretch that leg back. I have to put my knee down on one side. You can have this and you can do this in half plank, right? Like I'm doing on that side, or full plank. Hold the knee in toward the shoulder, stretch back. I have to do one on one and one on the other. Hold the knee in. Stretch back, And when you're even on both sides, lower down to the knees, stretch back to your heels again. Hope that wasn't too hard. No. Okay, so we're going to come onto our belly with the roller in front of us. Just start with your elbows under your shoulders, so Sphinx position, right? Good. And then we'll bring our arms onto the roller with our thumbs pointed up. The roller, arms wider than shoulder width apart. Roller somewhere above the wrists, right? You know the drill. Okay, so initiating with our shoulder blades, just kind of looking down here between your arms. Initiating with our shoulder blades, we're going to shrug up on our inhale, shrug down on our exhale, press and pull that roller in a little bit, and back out. And again, shrug up as you inhale, shrug down, and pull the roller in, and let it go back out. So just slowly and gradually getting a little higher in your extension. Initiating with the shoulder blades. Legs are as far apart as you're comfortable. And breathe. And then next time your roller goes away, arms go straight out, you're going to, well, let's do a little slow swim. So pull the roller a little bit in if you can, just, or it can stay out. And then you're going to reach and lift right arm and left leg, and then lower down, and reach and lift left arm and right leg and lower down. Good. And just finding the amount of upper back extension you can do, right? Whether you can pull it in farther or not. Just a little lift, little reach off the roller. And then relax and let your roller go out. Let yourself relax here. Take your arms off the roller and just put your hands on the ends like that. So your roller's over your head, arms are straight like that. And you might need a folded up blanket or towel under your chest, but hopefully you guys know that by now when we do class. Okay, so if you need it, I mean, okay, so pressing your hands into the roller, you're just going to lift that roller up a little bit. And lower it back down. And lift it up. And your legs can come too, right? If you want, like my legs kind of automatically lift. So lift it up and lower it down. Keep going, lift it up and lower it down. Lift it up and lower it down. And you can relax there after that one. So we're going to be just coming into a child's pose stretch. So if you want to just kind of bring yourself onto your knees, you might want your arms on the roller, you might not, whatever feels good. Stretch back onto your heels. You might let your knees apart. Whatever feels good to you here, just stretch your back. Okay, and then we're going to come up and bring the roller on top of, I guess I should stay this way. Bring the roller on top of your legs in a straddle so that it's kind of right below your knees, like that with your hands on top. And just let it roll towards your ankles and roll back up. Hands relaxed on your roller, roll it away. And roll it back in. Oh, roll it away. Roll it back in. And when you stack up on this one, pick it up with your hands and hold it. Sitting tall, inhale. You can either hinge from your hips forward or you can peel off of that invisible wall, reaching the roller away from you. You're going to reach past your feet here and then flatten the back. So we lift up here, rollers in line with the crown, keeping our head lifted, little pulses back. We're trying to throw the roller back and really keeping the, oh, feel free to bend your knees. Sorry, I forgot to mention, those of you with tight hamstrings, bend your knees like that. Good, little pulses. Keep the head lifted. Then stop and rotate and look under one arm. Reach out. And coming back to our flat back center, you're going to keep reaching and flattening the back, lifting, and then rotate the other way. And back to center. Again, really flattening the back, lifting, reaching out, and then letting the roller float back down to our ankles. Arms on the roller, relax and stack your spine all the way up. Oh. Now we're going to put the roller, I hope you can do this. Everybody can do this, but put the roller between your ankles like that. It just makes your legs in a wider straddle. We'll try it this way. Okay, so hanging on to the roller with your ankles, tricky for me. Okay, arms out. Good. We're going to inhale, lifting tall. On our exhale, we're going to twist, rotate over, reach for your opposite foot. Good. Lift back up, come center, nice and tall. Inhale, rotate, and reach. Use your back hand to press you forward if you want. So lifting tall as we come through center, shoulders relaxed. Rotate and reach for that opposite foot. Lifting tall. Nice deep breath. Rotate. Reach. A couple more times. So this helps us anchor our hips. Right? But if it is too hard, you can do it without the roller between your ankles. If it's too much to wide straddle, and do this. Okay, and when you're even on both sides, relax your shoulders. Take your legs off of bend your legs and the roller out from between your ankles. Bring the roller behind your back. And we're just going to end by doing a little rolling out of our back. So hands behind the head, lift the hips and relax on the roller. And I know we didn't get the chance to do the hip stretch on the roller today, so you can maybe do that on your own. Just can't fit everything in. Good, just relax and roll, closing the elbows or opening them or whatever feels good to you. You might want to also just bring your hips down and lie back over the roller for a moment and just take a couple breaths too. That back extension on the roller. Good. Great. And then whenever you feel complete, you can hold on to your head, lift yourself up. All right. And thank you all for coming today. I'm going to hit the button here.